Alright. Hey guys, you got the Dudeman with you again, and I'm here to show you yet another combo amp. This one is really good. This is a Fender Rumble 200. It's got a 115-inch speaker in it and a tweeter. Now, I don't really prefer the 15s, but a lot of guys like them because you get that big deep tone out of it, and you get a lot of tones out of this one. Actually, it's a really good cabinet. I think they retail for like around $579 brand new, but you can pick them up for a little less than that. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. So it's got 2 ports, I think, in the front, and we'll go over the controls. You got a gain, and then you got a selector switch for like some presets that they give you. That's good. It's also got an overdrive in it, which is very cool. And you got your bass, low mid, high mid, treble as usual. Then your master is over here. I'll show you the back in a little while. But let's do a little playing with it. And now the presets, there's 3 presets. I like having presets because if you're on a gig and you need to make a quick change and get in the general area of where you want, that's a good way to go. But right now I just got it kind of set up. Oh, let's see, everything's kind of set flat. I think I got a little bit of boost on the high mids, slight bit of boots on the treble, and the other 2 are set low and low mid are set 12 o'clock. So it sounds pretty good if you're a slap guy. I'm not a slapper, but the contours that it's got. So the top one is bright. So the bright I'm going to want to use with my finger. So if I'm playing like a section with the pick, for another song or another part of the song, I'm just going to hit that bright switch on. So that's one way to use it. Now the next one is a mid scoop, and we're going to hit that. This is my favorite contour because it puts you somewhere in the middle of the other 2. Now I'm not going to go through a bunch of different tones with all the different settings on my bass. This thing is set. Let's see. I'm going to make sure it's set flat. Everything is flat on the bass right now. Sound. So I mean, I could mess around with the tones and pull up all kinds of things, but now the other setting is it kind of gives you that woolly old Fender P sound going through like an SVT. Sound to me. I used to play a P. I had a P for over 40 years, so I know it well. Now I just switched over to a pick. It sounds good. It's a really nice sounding amp, no doubt. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of playing today, but you get the idea. I'm sure you could hear it good, and it does sound very good. Now I have it sitting on another cabinet, another Fender cabinet that matches it perfectly. And that's a 210 cabinet, and I bought that probably about, man, it's got to be about maybe 7 or 8 years ago, and it matches perfectly to a brand new cab. So that's cool. I bought that to go when I'm playing bigger places, to go with my 410. So I'll have a 410 on the bottom, 210 on the top, and my head to power. And it's got a great sound. So I'm not going to hook that cabinet up for you either right now, but I can tell you, when you add another cabinet to this, it really gets big. It's really a nice sound. Totally full, but even without that cabinet, you're hearing it with just that top cabinet right now. So very cool. So let me take this bass off and I'll show you the back, and that's it. We'll move on. Okay, so I zoomed in on this a little bit for you all so you can see it a little better. You got your on-off switch, your power plug-in, and here's your horn control. So the bottom is off, the top is on. There's no other settings, so, but it sounds good like it is. And then you got an extension speaker plug right here. Okay, so then you got effects send and return. You could also run a tuner off of that, obviously. You got a 1/8 inch plug for auxiliary in, 1/8 inch for headphones, and you got a foot switch for the overdrive. And I did forget to play the overdrive for you, but I'll do that. Boy, look at me in this picture. It's horrible. I look like the devil. Anyway, sorry. Just lost my mind for a second. Now you got a line out here. And then this thing, it's so small and dark in here, I can't see what it says, but let's take a look. Okay, that's just a ground lift. So you hit the ground lift. If you got a little buzz in there, hopefully it takes it out. And that's it, man. Not a whole lot on there. Okay, so what I was going to say about the speakers is I wish it had a speak-on input here for your extension speaker, but it doesn't. That's one thing I could pick out. I mean, I like a basic amp anyway. I don't need all bells and whistles. It's less things to go wrong. But it would have been nice to have that. I also like a horn switch where you got on, off, and somewhere in the middle, or adjustable. That's a nice thing to have too. But other than that, it's a great amp, and it sounds good, man. It sounds good. Okay, let's plug it back in and play a little overdrive for you. This is about let's see. This is about 25% of overdrive right here, which is probably a good setting. Now typically, I'm not a big fan of the way 15-inch speakers distort with overdrive. To me, it sounds way better with 10s or 12s. I'm a big fan of 10-inch speakers. That's mainly what I use. But this one actually sounds pretty good. It does sound pretty good. And that was only 25%. I'll bring it up to 50. that craziness. Yeah, it's fun to get out of control once in a while, but realistically, when I'm playing with a band, I rarely use any distortion of any kind, overdrive or anything. I just used to use all that stuff all the time, and I don't know. I guess I think a lot of players, other musicians, aren't going to want to hear a whole lot of craziness coming out of the bass. They just wanted that big bottom sound. So, once in a while, it's fun to let loose. When I'm with my jam band, who I worked with for many years, we did a lot of recording with all kinds of effects. Me and the guitar player used a lot of effects. And that was Backseat Driver. So you ought to check out the CD we released, Alien Theory, or there's, we did a mellower one, but it still gets a little heavy there. That's Chill Out Dudes, it's called. Backseat Driver, so check that out too. Anyway, thanks for listening, and if you got something out of today, give me the old thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you don't mind. I appreciate it, and that's it for now. You guys take it easy and keep on playing. Adios. All right, man. Good stuff.